Take a look at this model. If this single shape represents $1 million, here is 10 million. Here is 100 million. And this is what 1 billion looks like. Now, take that billionaire scale and multiply it. Jeff Bezos holds a net worth roughly 117 times this massive block. Then there is you. You probably followed the rules. You studied hard, sat in a hall just like this one, and traded that degree for a standard job. Yet your living expenses feel incredibly high. You barely have anything in savings. Instead of building wealth, you find yourself sinking under the weight of credit card balances and a pesky student loan hanging above your head. When you look up at the millionaires and billionaires, especially the young ones, it is easy to get angry. It feels obvious that they got lucky, were born into wealth, or cheated their way to the top. It feels like a rigged game where you were placed on the losing side from the very start. But what if you aren't unlucky, and you aren't lacking intelligence? The harsh reality is that your failure to build wealth is the direct mathematical result of operating on a broken equation. If you look at the standard formula handed to you by the school system, it looks like this. Money equals the time you work multiplied by your hourly wage. The fatal flaw in this formula is that it demands the trade of a strictly finite, non-renewable resource. You only have so many hours in a day, and once those hours are gone, there is absolutely no way to get them back. Let's run the numbers. If you earn $20 an hour and work 40 hours a week, it takes nearly 24 years of continuous labor just to hit $1 million. And that is before you subtract taxes, or rent, or food. Add in decades of inflation eating away at the purchasing power of your cash, and reaching millionaire status on a salary becomes something you can only achieve at an old age, after a lifetime of strict frugality. Yet, look at individuals like Elon Musk, or Sarah Blakely, Oprah Winfrey. A massive percentage of the world's ultra-wealthy are entirely self-made, amassing huge fortunes in a relatively short period of time. They didn't work 24,000 hours a day. Achieving rapid, significant wealth is mathematically impossible on a standard salary. To get there, you have to completely abandon the time for money trade and adopt a superior formula. If you want to acquire real money, you need to stop chasing it. Chasing cash is the wrong approach entirely. You need to start chasing problems. Consider a cleaner sweating and exhausting himself through a demanding physical shift. Now compare him to an accountant sitting comfortably behind a desk in an air-conditioned room. The accountant makes significantly more money. It has nothing to do with physical effort or sweat equity. The market rewards you based on the perceived value of your solution and how hard you are to replace. Anyone can learn to mop a floor, but the accountant spent years mastering complex tax codes to save his clients thousands of dollars. Scale that logic up. Going to a physical store, searching for an item, and waiting in line is frustrating. Amazon solved that massive inconvenience by bringing the entire marketplace to your doorstep. They solved a billion-dollar problem, and the market threw billions of dollars at them in return. Your first mandatory step is simply listening to the market. Find what frustrates people. Find an inconvenience worth solving. Money is simply the inevitable reward the market gives you for delivering an effective solution. Finding a solution isn't enough if you fall into the trap of the disguised job. Let's say you charge $100 an hour as an in-person yoga instructor. You have a high-value skill, but your income is still hard-capped by the amount of lessons you can feasibly teach in a single day. To break that limit, introduce the second critical variable, scale. If the instructor creates an online class, they film it once. Suddenly, software delivers that value to unlimited people worldwide, 24 hours a day, completely detached from the creator's personal time. This is where systems and processes take over. You build mechanisms to keep the business running like a smooth machine. Whether it's implementing digital automation or hiring employees to handle logistics, you systematically outsource daily operations so they no longer rely on your physical presence. A solution only generates extreme wealth when it achieves this level of scalability. It must impact a magnitude of people simultaneously, without costing an extra second of your day. Once you build a scaled, automated solution, you reach the culmination of the equation. Many founders cash in. This is the acquisition event. Instagram selling to Facebook for $1 billion, PayPal selling to eBay. It is the moment all your effort comes to massive fruition in a single, instantaneous payout. The alternative is holding on to what you built. Because it operates on systems and scale, the business runs quietly in the background, generating a constant stream of passive income while keeping the wheels turning. But after the endless sleepless nights and the extreme struggle of building this machine, you have to ask yourself what the actual prize is. For most of the people who succeed at this, it was never actually about the bank balance. Money itself is just a fiat proxy. It is a piece of paper or a number on a screen. Its value is entirely abstract, backed up by nothing more than our collective belief. You master this equation of scalable problem solving, so you never have to ask if you have enough holiday days left. You do it to reclaim the one resource you can never earn back. You solve problems to buy back your time and achieve absolute, uncompromising freedom.